From the time she could remember, Jessica Radcliffe felt the sea was alive, not just with fish and waves, but with a spirit of its own. While other children dressed dolls or built forts, she found her joy leaning over tanks at marine centers or watching fish glide in aquariums. Her father, a devoted marine biologist, often brought home his research subjects: bright starfish, shimmering jellyfish, even curious baby octopuses. Jessica didn't simply look at them, she understood them. It was as if the rhythm of the tides beat inside her chest. By age 10, a single glance at a dolphin's gaze told her whether it was full of play or burdened with worrying. She had a gift, one she couldn't explain, only feel. At 19, Jessica earned her degree in marine biology and secured a position at Ocean Haven Marine Park, the place she had dreamed about since childhood. Her very first assignment was awe-inspiring, caring for a massive, regal female orca whose glossy black skin gleamed under the sun and whose deep amber eyes seemed to hold untold stories of the sea. Jessica called her Mellow. From their first meeting, the connection between them was immediate and almost otherworldly. Within a short time, the pair became a sensation. At Jessica's signal, Mellow would soar out of the water in breathtaking arcs, twist gracefully in the air, and return to the pool in flawless synchrony. Crowds of spectators would erupt in cheers, unable to look away from the harmony between trainer and whale. By the time she was 19, Jessica Radcliffe had earned her marine biology degree and stepped into her dream role at Ocean Haven Marine Park. Her first responsibility was breathtaking: a towering female orca whose sleek, ink-black body shimmered in the sun and whose amber eyes seemed to hold the memory of ancient seas. Jessica called her Mellow. From the first moment, something electric passed between them, a wordless connection that felt almost supernatural. Within weeks, their performances became legendary. Mellow would rocket out of the water in powerful arcs, twisting midair before slicing back into the pool, every movement synchronized with Jessica's cues. Crowds packed the stands, some traveling from across the country just to see them. Children waved glowing sticks, parents clapped in awe, and even hardened journalists admitted the show felt like magic. But magic often hides its shadows. The first signs were small: a skipped meal here, an unusual stillness there. Soon, Mellow was drifting for hours, unmoving, ignoring Jessica entirely. At night, security guards reported hearing thunderous crash as the orca hurled herself into the tank walls. The park's veterinarians blamed diet, stress, maybe hormones. Jessica disagreed. She saw it in Mellow's eyes, not confusion, but something darker: anger. Management had no interest in theories. To them, Mellow was becoming a danger. They decided she would give one final performance before being sent to a quieter facility, a phrase that really meant permanent sedation. Jessica pleaded for one last chance, a show with just the two of them, no backup. Management reluctantly agreed. The official statement called it a tragic accident. But Jessica wasn't Mellow's first victim. Years earlier, a man named Daniel Patrick, a reckless drifter high on drugs, had broken in after hours and leapt into the tank. By morning, his mangled body floated in the water. The bite marks matched Mellow's perfectly. Was Mellow a monster, or something else entirely? Experts later reviewed footage of her last months: the listless drifting, the refusal to eat, the restless agitation before shows. Their conclusion was unsettling. She wasn't insane, she was profoundly depressed. Imagine a life confined to a tank thousands of times smaller than your natural range, performing tricks for food under blinding lights and deafening applause. No family, no freedom. Slowly, something inside her unraveled. Some believe that day she wasn't attacking, she was breaking. And Jessica, tragically, was simply there. A week before the attack, one trainer overheard Jessica sitting alone beside the tank, whispering, "She's in pain. She's tired of dancing." Ocean Haven eventually shut down. Mellow was moved to a secluded sanctuary, far from crowds. Locals say on some nights, her cries carry across the water, low, mournful, and endless. No one dares approach her. So what was Jessica's death, an accident, or the inevitable cost of caging the wild? Can love truly tame nature, or are some spirits destined to remain untouchable?